Welcome to Capital FM.
Welcome to bench time. I feel like such a prick right now.
I feel like I look like a prick, to be honest.
We always look like pricks.
That's not a bad thing necessarily.
This is weird that it's like there's people here as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah, I feel judged, and I feel
Yeah,
like
I know. I feel like a bellend.
what from Cucumber,
Yeah.
just casually.
Anyway,
Anyway,
what, Fred, do you want to introduce the name of the name of the
why
game
don't
of
we
the
introduce
episode?
ourselves first?
Oh yeah, okay.
Well, I just said your name. It doesn't.
Yeah,
make
I
a
just said
difference.
your name as well.
Yeah. Right, there you go.
My name's Kai. And
I'm a turtle.
yeah, I am half turtle, half dragon.
My name's Fred, and I guess I'm half walrus and half lamb, because I don't like to go bar whenever Kai fingers me.
Yes, and you got the hair of it as well. You got the hair of a walrus.
Do walruses have hair?
No. Actually, no, they got
No,
whiskers.
I
They got
think-
whiskers, actually.
Yeah, but do whiskers count as hair?
I feel like, I mean, to be fair, I don't think cat whiskers count as hair.
Do
I
they
swear
not?
they're like,
No, look it up.
I'm trying to look it up. Anyway, yeah, this episode is animals. Duh.
That was the most defeated. Yeah, it's gonna be pretty vague. We're not really thinking about much other than
Yeah, just like animals and that.
animals.
Whiskers are hairs, but not the same as hairs in your dog or cat's coat. They're stiffer, thicker hairs. They're like fucking wham hairs, basically.
They're just wham hairs.
Yeah, effectively.
Well, I guess that's useful. That's always very useful information. So I feel like we've already entered the facts zone. Have you got any facts for us about random?
Well, you were the one who was meant to have the facts.
Yeah, well, I was too busy.
Do you want me to give? I can give you a fact if you want.
I've got some facts.
Echidnas have four-headed penises.
I saw that. And you know
Yes.
what? The limpet has the longest penis, so fuck off. with
Yes, but I've got the longest penis.
it. Yeah, but that's just not true because I've seen it, so it doesn't
Damn, yeah,
count.
fair enough. To be fair. Have you seen a limpet penis though?
Oh yeah, no, because I'm pretty sure there was an episode of like Deadly 60
Oh yeah.
where they like the deadliest level of a limpet, and they just saw how limpets move, and they seal themselves to rocks. They're like as hard as concrete, and the only way
their
they
penises?
can mate is to elongate their willy from their shell to a female. To be fair, I think they're interchangeable. I don't know if all like they could be male and female, like frogs can.
Are they like both?
I think so. I'm not sure.
Because how does I swear they're like shells though. So how do they have to like uncrack the shell from the thing and then stuff?
No, because I'm pretty. It
Or is
comes
it-
from the head, I think.
The limpets have heads.
No, as in just the top. You know, the top bit of the pyramid.
Why?
No,
what?
so
What are you talking
know
about?
What a limpet looks like.
Yeah, they're like shells.
Yeah, they're like shells that look.
They're like
kind of
crusty ass shells.
Pyramids. Yeah, they look a bit like
I swear
pyramids.
they're like round.
Yeah, but they're round pyramids, right? I'm just trying to use.
So they're okay. So they're like half
Wait,
a
what's
sphere.
it called?
It's just the shape of a shell.
It's just a pointy sphere. It doesn't fit. It doesn't matter. The point is, so it elongates itself out the top and then plants itself in, I guess, a female limpet, and that's the only thing. I think that's how they do it. I'm spreading false.
And you've
information
definitely
right
told
now.
me though.
I'm spreading false information.
Keep in mind we are not educational people.
We're not.
Yeah, don't try fucking a limpet.
Well, I mean,
at
you
home.
could probably get like a time lapse video of some limpets
Do
making
you
love.
want to find limpet love?
Yeah, let's make limpet love. do you want to? I'm sitting on this chair right
Yeah.
now. It comes
And,
across the table from
Give
me.
it like
and
10
I'm just
minutes and we'll bump.
What, touch tips and everything?
Yeah, we
like
can
that?
touch tips in a limpet fashion.
We
a
are
limp.
docking.
Doc, it's like it's nautical humour.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not that I'm used to nautical humour, to be fair. Apart from limpets. Limpets the only funny thing that I can think of about. Apart from like male seahorses giving birth, but that's a bit boring.
No, everyone knows that. And also,
Everyone
how
knows
is that
that.
funny?
And it's like, it's not. It's not. That's the point. And like,
Limpet sex. Okay.
limpet sex.
Okay. I have a question for you, Fred.
All right then.
Okay. What animal do you think you could beat in a fight? Because I feel like there's a threshold.
Yeah, but there's because I could choose any animal right now and be like a single ant, squash.
Well, yes, a single ant, yes. But
Yeah.
do you think you could beat an ant's nest in a fight? And what's the threshold of the level of which you get like you know how like in like animals have levels? Like chicken is like below a
Are you
cow.
talking about the fucking food web?
No, I'm just talking about how I view animals in general.
Well, how do you view animals then?
Well, it's like, there's thresholds of animals. Like a tiger is on the top of the threshold, but like
You're just talking about the food chain. That's what you're talking about.
yeah, effectively, yeah.
Why don't you talk about the food chain
'Cause
instead?
I didn't think of the food chain, Fred. Alright. Anyway, yeah. So what animals do you think you could beat in a fight?
Well, the ones that I just said, an ant.
An ant, is that the only thing you think you could beat in a fight?
I could probably. Yeah, I mean that's that. Sorry,
I would beat the shit out of your cock, Josh, please.
But but I mean, like, I feel like most animals you could deal with though. But
No, to be fair, like if you got like a chicken, for example,
you
in
could.
theory you could boot a chicken, right?
Then why
but-
don't you just boot the chicken?
But those things are fucking like they've got talons. They're unpredictable.
They're
you can't
idiots.
look a bird in the eye and tell what it's gonna do. And it's got a beak, which
yeah,
is hard.
but if you
and it can like fly up to your face.
see, according to the Roald Dahl book, Danny Championing the World, if you put paper bags over their heads, they don't know what's going on.
Yeah,
so
but
they
what
just
if you
stand
were
still.
completely butt-ass naked in a room, locked room, there's light, but there's just you butt-ass naked, nothing, no tools, and a chicken? Could you win?
Yes.
Tell me your strategy, please.
Well, I mean, I just kind of, I'd stroke its head, lull it into a false sense of security, give it a hug, and then
No, but what if it was like a feral chicken? Like you're put there to
feral
fight.
chicken, it's got rabies.
Yeah.
It's like it's coming after my
It's
penis.
foaming at the mouth.
It's just dripping with sweat. You could tell that chicken's out. Kind of reminds me, the penguin in Wallace and Gromit.
Oh, what the one?
What,
with
the wrong
glove?
trousers and the rubber glove, so he looks like a
Yeah.
chicken. Yeah, I feel like that's that must be the most psychotic chicken I think you'll ever meet in your
Yeah,
entire
but
life.
it's a penguin though.
Yeah, but I feel like they're the same thing.
Yeah, to be fair, a penguin is just a fancy chicken if you
Yeah.
think about it.
Yeah, I mean,
You know what I mean?
all birds are just the same thing. They've just got
What about a fowl?
I don't know what a fowl is.
I don't actually know what a fowl is. A guinea fowl. So it's just like a pheasant.
A pheasant is like a mammal. It's like a.
Is it? Oh, okay, cool then.
So it's like. Well, I guess flightless birds, like an ostrich, that kind of thing.
Eat the night, yeah. Okay, what about you have to. Okay, think of an animal that you might be able to beat in a fight, or that you don't know if you.
I feel like any animal below, if I was butt naked, I could probably take on most animals apart from a wolf, a rabid dog, a bear, a
Any
tiger,
sort
a
of
lion.
things that are
So
bigger than
basically,
yourself.
yeah, exactly. Well, that's kind of how it works, isn't it? The only reason we're at the top of the food chain is because we have that bigger brain. Anything big is better. That's what the
Yeah.
pretty big. Because they're also well. I
That's a
mean,
good
to be fair, that is a good point. How big is an elephant
Yeah, I'm
brain?
gonna, can someone be the Google man?
I will be the Google man. Right, I'll send you this photo.
Yeah. Do you be like Jamie from the Joe Rogan one?
Yeah. Not that I want. to
Hey
be
yo,
anything.
Jamie, pull up the elephant brain. I'm trying to try that delicacy.
I don't think I want to be associated with Joe Rogan, though. To be fair.
Fred, what's the weirdest food animal wise you've ever eaten?
Oh, I haven't had anything. I think I was gonna say sheep's testicles, but I don't think I've had sheep's testicles. I think
Oh yeah, I saw that in a film.
I saw it in Top Gear. So that makes more sense. No, I think probably just like duck liver or something like that. It's quite fragile.
I don't think I've ever eaten.
It's
duck
quite
liver.
nice.
'Cause that's
It's
like
good.
French,
Have you-
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's nice. I had it in a burger. It's
You had a duck liver burger.
yeah. I mean, it's not very nice. I
What?
don't expect
They
it to
nailed
be.
geese to the floor.
Well,
Why
it's
not
like
just
how
kill it?
it's like how
what?
you get milk. Like you have to kill the baby cow, so the mother keeps on producing.
Or you can just like move the baby cow, can't you? You don't. You have to like.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you could.
Well, it's
sell
like
it.
killing lambs is for lamb.
Yeah, but
bang.
lamb tastes good though.
Lamb does taste real
Lamb
good,
tastes
but
so
that's not
good.
the point. We're talking about proper animal cruelty here now, and you've just taken it off into a
Yeah.
tangent of nice meat.
Apparently, an elephant.
Apparently, reindeer sausages are quite nice though.
An elephant brain is 4 times the size of a human brain.
Okay. Well, I guess. See, that's interesting though, because our brain, I guess, in comparison, our brain is quite small, but it's
Maybe it's highly specialized.
maybe we we don't understand our brains at all. Like, I think there's a big common knowledge that we don't actually know what our brains do and how they actually function.
Yeah.
That's why exactly you study psychology. That's also why you. That's being beeped out straight away. Not even because it was like an actual offensive
We didn't even
thing,
say
but
it.
It was like,
you.
what
We
the
can't-
fuck?
No.
No.
But brain, you know, I swear if you eat human brain enough, then you get like parasites and shit, and you go crazy. You can't eat.
You just
the
sound
human
like
brain.
you're from like World War Z. That just sounds like some bullshit.
No, like you genuinely, you'll get like a special disease if you eat human brain.
Yeah, zombie. Yeah, zombie. It's good zombieism. It's zombieism. Tell you what's fun, because I'm pretty sure Plague Inc. Evolved has a zombie mode on it. It does. It's cool. It's cool.
No, the
Zombies
monkey
are
one
animals.
was sick.
We are animals. We are all animals. We all act. and
No,
have
zombies are
learned.
parasites.
Zombies.
Well, it depends which zombie.
Well, it depends what kind of zombie
Yeah,
you're
it
talking
depends what
about.
kind of
here,
zombie you're
because
talking about. Yeah.
talking about the Walking Dead zombies, or we talk about the Dawn of the Dead, or something like that, then they're all different zombies.
Yeah, but I feel like most zombies is just like it's the host. The human dead corpse is the host, and you're getting taken over by.
yeah, see, I think
a
that's
disease.
how Plague Inc. works, because that's a parasite and it like latches onto your brain and reanimates the dead and that kind of thing. But yeah,
I feel like I can't imagine, apart from like supernatural, I can't imagine any other way that zombies can be.
I can't know, because there's something called mad cow disease, which actually does come
Yeah.
from cows, which can in fact cause people to get very angry and can cause certain zombie-like symptoms. This is the thing. And I mean, people are cannibals in general. What are you about to do, you twat?
Well, I was gonna say that
Bloody hell.
the same disease, the mad cow disease, you can get it from also eating human brains as well.
Oh, it's the same thing.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
Oh, that's really cool,
And,
actually.
and it's called Turo. That's
Bro,
See,
so
now
we're
that is
gonna
quite
die.
interesting.
That's zombies. That's actually zombies.
No,
Bro.
because the major difference with like that kind of fiction is it reanimates the dead once they die, even if they're not infected. Like in The Walking Dead,
Oh, yeah.
they die and then turn,
Yeah,
not instead of
you turn if you've been bit.
yeah.
But
I know, because everyone who's died turns. So
Yeah,
that's
but
the
I
thing.
swear if you've been bit as well, then you'll get turned.
Yeah. Well, yeah. That's the main way it spreads.
Yeah, but if you die as well, so if you die, but if you get bit as direct,
Well, if you get
Direct.
bit, you turn. If you get blood on you and like 28 days later, you turn. If you just randomly die, you turn into a zombie.
yeah, but that would mean that like the zombie virus is in everyone.
Yeah,
already.
no, but this is the point.
But
That's
it's
the
just
point.
like not
But
activated.
it's not. It's dormant. This is the thing.
But what makes it dormant? Getting fucking someone's natty calcium-filled teeth into your fucking skin, is that what makes it like active?
Yeah, well, maybe, but look, that's a very hypothetical thing. It's not. Who
Oh,
knows?
really? Zombies are hypothetical, Fred, are they?
Yeah, well, that's obviously you're trying to look too deep into it. I think you're expecting too much from me at the moment.
Yeah, perhaps. So,
I know very little about biology, so I'm just kind of.
I mean, you study biology. I can't.
I
lie.
do. It's quite unfortunate.
Do
But-
you have any biology animals shit? I don't
Biology
know.
animal shit.
Yes.
Guess I'll look some up.
Oh no, you were meant to do that before we started, Fred. You
Yeah,
can't just-
sometimes I get distracted.
Yeah, fair enough. To be fair.
Yeah,
Can't argue
exactly.
that, can't argue that.
Biological animal facts.
You just typed animal facts. I can't lie.
Animal Facts. I mean, I could do
Are you
anthropology.
gonna be like? Are you gonna be like a murderer of crows or some shit? Like a group of crows is called a murder.
No, I'm like, I asked someone earlier, just like, we got any animal facts, and they were just like, yeah, so, bunch of fish is just called like a shoal.
It's called a school, you
It's
idiot.
it's just a shoal. It's a shoal in my eyes. Shoal.
A school. I thought it was a
Shoal.
school of
Alright,
fish.
maybe.
I swear to fucking God, it's a school of fish. I trust you.
All right. Hey. Right. So apparently, sea creatures, flying fish, reach a speed of 37 miles per hour underwater before they break the surface to soar up to 4 feet into the air.
My bad.
They can glide across the surface for up to 650 feet, the length of 2 football fields. So they're fast.
That's cool.
So flying fish know what
Mm.
they know what they're doing. Basically,
Have you heard about that kind of squid that can fly? There's flying squids.
a flying squid.
They drink the seawater into their bellies, yeah, and then shoot it out and go really fast out their mouth and then fly above the sea and then fly and they use their their tentacle things.
Yeah.
They've got flaps of flesh in the tentacle thing, and they use them as makeshift gliders. Yeah, they go kilometers, bare kilometers.
Them lips.
Don't know. They go.
they go deep. They
Yeah.
know how to go.
And they were
Them lips
ancient
are
stories
dangerous.
Of
They're
sailors looking at them.
Poisonous.
not
They will swallow you whole until you're nothing more. Anyway, well, I mean,
okay.
it's so I guess it's a bit like well, it's like the colossal squid and that kind of thing, though.
What, the kraken?
The well, that's what people assumed were krakens and that kind of thing.
Huh? Yes, please.
Could you get my bottle from the bag, please?
Wait, can you do me a favour?
You're a piece of shit.
Alright, cheers. Yeah, you'll be my boy, my little baby boy.
You're a very good rag. So
You're a good rag.
yeah, come rag. You didn't get me a drink.
Yes, he did.
Oh,
You
he
idiot!
did.
It's right in front of you. It's right in front of him.
I swear, Wales in Welsh is comrag.
It's Comroo. Bastard. Some people have no respect for other cultures.
Sound of something. Oh, nothing.
What did he do?
I just opened it. I was like, listen to the sound.
This is the biggest shit show ever. What the fuck? Oh yeah.
How the fuck did you do that?
I don't know.
Do you want me to get a knife to pierce it?
Yeah. Right. Oh no, there's a fork here.
So currently, he's stabbing
I'm gonna put
his
this in my
can
legs.
like a silly boy.
Okay, back on topic.
I don't think I can. It's like trying to open a can of tuna. That's what it is. Why not? Oh, Jesus Christ. He's coming at me with a knife. Like he's a fishmonger.
Like this is gonna make much of a difference.
I feel like if we're talking about animals, we can't talk about eating animals because I feel like it's a bit
That's a good idea.
sad.
There we go. Fuck animals. They're tasty as shit.
Yeah, but so are we, so I guess we should all be cannibals.
No. But apparently they can taste like pork.
I feel like a lot of things probably apparently taste like chicken or they taste like pork.
It's just not what I said there. But yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to understand where you're coming from actually instead of your bullshit. I don't.
Sorry, Fred, I didn't mean it.
No, it's okay.
But yes, apparently it does. It does taste like
I forgive you.
yeah, it's alright.
But, I mean, tuna's very nice. I tell you what I do sometimes. What I do sometimes, I walk down,
Yeah, go
and
on.
if I'm a bit peckish and there isn't much left, you know, the HP's run out, and I'm out my beans, I would just get.
What'd you get? Did you get a packet of
No,
tuna?
I
and
literally
eat
just
out
get a
the
tin of tuna and eat out the tin.
That
and
is
I'm like,
fucking gross as shit. I
fucking-
can't lie.
I used to when I was younger. I used to have like tuna salad, which was really nice because it would just.
Yeah, tuna salad's lame.
Tuna and salad is brilliant.
You know, I'm allergic to
Sushi.
tuna.
Are you?
I'm allergic to canned tuna.
How are you allergic to canned tuna? What's the difference?
I ate a lot of canned tuna, and then it fucking made my mouth go natty, so then I can't eat it anymore.
Well, are you sure? Are you sure that's how it works?
Yeah, I ate too much canned tuna. I ate the can and everything. It was crazy.
Yeah, I mean that explains why your mouth went a bit nasty. I think you cut it up a bit.
Maybe.
Maybe just your stomach is just now crippled for the
Mm.
rest of your life just because you ate too many cans.
Yeah, but you know, at least I get more iron in my bloodstream.
That's true. Well, no, but it doesn't.
No, it's tin, isn't it?
No, actually, no. A fun fact about that: you need vitamin C to help you process that iron. So you can't just exactly. So you can't just take iron straight in. You need so those vitamin C tablets. I'm sure all tuna fish need them, but you get those like capsules that you can just take. It's very good for the intake of iron. That's
Wow, thank you, thank
it's
you.
just very funny.
That was actually informative. Wow. How about you take this vitamin D's nuts?
We're actually all very, especially as a country, we're actually all very vitamin D deficient.
Yeah,
We're-
because
we're
this is the shittest
because
country
we're all
ever.
in. Yeah, I know the whole country is vitamin D deficient because we're all inside basically most of the time. Because some of us are playing Fortnite, not naming anyone here. Oh
Yeah.
well, that's great.
Yeah, well, you know, are you majority of the population, Josh? Does that mean is that naturally occurring vitamin D? I don't care wherever you bust around Ealing Broadway, but I don't know. I don't think that's that.
So basically, what you can learn from this is humans themselves are animals.
Yeah,
But using that term as like a way, oh, you're so not civilized. That's what I find interesting because animals themselves,
ants are the most civilized in the
they are the
planet.
most civil. Well, but they're like a hive mind, though. That's the thing.
Yeah, that's what's cool.
And like so are bees and wasps and
Yeah,
the kind of.
we should live in an autocratic society.
I don't think we should though. But let's not take it there. So
Anyway,
basically, but it's interesting to see how animals is used as some kind of insult because it's like the uncivilized world. But
Even though
we don't
shit, piss, and cum like
know.
everyone else.
Yeah, exactly. We
Yeah.
shit, piss, and sometimes not come, and like.
I should be hoping it's most of the time, to be honest.
Well, I don't know. Sometimes people lose their penises, but
Hey, all right. Misplaced it. You
misplaced.
Know, you need
Found
to,
it.
what's the key?
Found
thing
it in the
that you
back of
got?
a van.
What's the key thing that you got where you press the? You should get a tile for your penis.
I should get. I should get.
Sponsored by Fred's Penis.
I should get like an alarm just in case you come near me, though. I feel like that would be quite.
Like
smart.
that's just called a rape alarm. I'm not
That's
gonna
what I was
lie.
thinking, but I don't want to say it.
Oh yeah, shit! I forgot we were recording. Damn. Shit. I'm sorry. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, I know. It's because fucking Maddie made us watch Frankie Boyle before he came. That was the most outrageous thing I've ever seen in my life.
Can we stay? Can
was
we
insane.
straight?
It was very
We're
funny.
straight. Can we talk
Anyway.
about it later, please?
Yeah, okay, so-
we're
so,
talking about
So
a
animals.
very interesting thing of animals because we're all animals. Everyone has learned from animals. Every human behavior you could probably take it for animals. I mean, I'm more thinking of it in terms of
This is what Fred sounds like in an exam if he hasn't revised for it and he's just waffling his way down.
no, because no,
Because
honestly,
human nature is we're all animals.
we are all animals, especially the Romans. How they took a large amount of their battle tactics from animals and how they have learned to take.
Yeah, like the
stickies.
turtles.
No, because there's like
Yeah.
the turtles exactly, and
Yeah.
there's this film called Master and Commander where the doctor on the ship, he's Irish, and he's on an English ship, and they're fighting. It's in like the Napoleonic Wars, and they find this stick insect, and the commander gets this idea that why don't we fake it so we don't get like killed and can take over.
Sorry, carry on, Fred. Why are you laughing? Will you
Take
stop it?
over ship because their ship is better than them. It's like hiding from. There's this bug that can look like a thorn to hide. which makes it look like a thorn. So
oh, what like a stag like a stag
yeah,
beetle?
so a bit like a stag beetle, but like
Josh, shut the fuck up.
I'm actually gonna beat the shit out of you, you piece of fucking monkey donkey.
No, wait, he needs to explain.
Yeah,
the
no,
stag
continue.
beetle.
Do I think that God created animals? That's an interesting question because I personally I wouldn't say. You know what? I'm gonna. Can't give me that fucking camera.
Fuck
Give
off.
me the fucking camera. No,
camera.
give me the fucking camera.
I'm gonna put it down.
Give me the
I'll put it away.
put the
Just keep
fuck
talking.
Piece of shit.
Did God create animals, Fred? Hurry up.
Did God create animals? I don't believe he did, but I think with that kind of question, it's like we don't know. So I think there's an argument for we don't. But no. But there isn't. Fuck off. But there is an argument for. Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Evolution in itself being God's. Yeah, exactly. It's that he created the first forms of life. So, and there is strong evident proof over billions and billions of years of microorganisms being. That's not disputed. Evolution, there is hard facts for it, and most people today would agree with that, regardless of your faith or whatever, because it's just it's in your face, and
I think with when it comes to that question, like a lot of it comes down to like scripture, because that's like the main issue that people have with did God create evolutionary animals? Because it's just like, I mean, scripture's the stupidest shit ever. It makes no sense. I love it. It's awesome. It's cool. It's a good read, but I think it could be a bit outdated.
Can we say can we save that for
Save that for the episode about
conversation?
God.
But that is a good question, because it's how on earth did we get how we are? Because embryos of each animal, you compare them all. They all have the same. We all look the same. A human looks like a crow, and a crow looks like no. In the embryonic stage, stage,
it makes
right,
sense. Yeah,
they look exactly. So we've all come from one ancestor, right? So we've all come from something very different. But
Wait, what? What is that?
But so but
Can you open the window, please?
the one thing that because there's this thing called a homeobox gene, right, which controls the body plan of each creature, and there's one of the main insects is used to experiment on and research is a fruit fly, because they're very useful things actually, because they're quite simple creatures, and each compartment has a specific gene, and that is controlled by a homeobox gene, and we have that, and that controls what grows when and how it grows together. So we've all come from something.
Yeah.
It's just we've happened to take this path that is like, what the fuck? That's what it is.
I mean, that's what it is. We're all the first microorganism. That's one of the main questions. How did life start? It's everyone. It's obvious that we were all the same microorganism somewhere. Whether it was lightning hitting a stagnant pool, or if it was like fucking, God being like.
Well, I mean, with that, I think they've found evidence. Those hot air plumes, like or whatever, those like boiling water and stuff. It's basically when like chemistry, like earth chemistry and that kind of thing, becomes biological chemistry, because we're all biological elements. Every animal you see is comprised of carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen,
that makes
phosphates, everything, because the universal currency is ATP, and that is energy. ATP. So that is all your energy. Energy is, you cannot destroy energy. It is always just used in a different way. That's why
Yeah, I know. Yeah. that makes
when
sense.
people sweat and when animals sweat, you're releasing it. So we've all come from something. I mean, it's a very interesting question, but you can't.
So your
You
answer
can't
is.
Well,
Yeah,
come on,
you
come on.
can't-
Do
you
you think
can't-
I'm someone who's gonna give a very
Give me a fucking answer, yes or no, right now. God exists.
God?
I don't give a fuck.
This is not what we're talking about.
Yes or no? Do animals exist?
Yes,
That's a good answer. It's a
because
very
I
good
think
answer.
we are.
Josh, you want to ask? Anyway, fuck off. Sorry.
Because we ourselves are animals, and it's crazy to think how animalistic we actually are. If we go like,
Ken, thank you, please.
you want to do animal
Oh.
noises.
Yeah, Maddie's gonna say animal. We have to, and we're gonna do them. You might have heard it over, but I don't know if you heard it or not. But she's gonna say animal, we're gonna make the
We
best
haven't
noise.
organised this at
Okay.
all, if you can tell. So
No, what do you mean?
All right,
I make
cool.
25 EdXL seats.
You're actually Kai. It would take you 2 years to create 25 at Excel.
It would make you 2 years to create 25 years of loving, Fred.
What does that even mean? What does that mean? What are you trying to say there?
It was a compliment, I think.
It did sound like a
I don't
compliment.
know if it was,
I
but
don't
yeah,
know. Your
okay.
tone wasn't brilliant.
Anyway. Yeah, that was mine.
Because they just sniff. It's a porcupine. They just sniff. Honestly, if you gave them like a
Josh, can you Google the actual answer? And then you
No,
guys,
if
you
you-
guys have to judge without hearing it.
but they get sniffed. Yeah, no, this is what I'm thinking. They could do a line so easily they'd be out of their fucking minds. And
So what do you think? Yeah, see, as an artist, as someone going to art school,
he's actually just a pretentious piece of shit. So I would
I
ignore
know,
him.
I fucking hate
No, I'm
myself.
joking. I didn't mean that, but all right. To each
Josh,
their own.
what is the verdict?
What is?
A porcupine sounds like.
Well, it sounds like shit. I mean, that's what we've established.
So technically, that makes me alright.
It's like a.
And that is about as useless as both of ours. So what is that?
So
1-0
I
to
guess-
me?
What the fuck? Fair enough.
To be fair, you didn't hear it. It was like like that.
I can't remember what noise you made anyway. So I don't
Anyway,
think I don't think
next
I want to.
algorithm. You go first because I went first last time.
And then it headbutts a tree.
Okay, cool. That was me. Yeah, I was thinking about the tongue.
Yeah, but
'Cause they have
we're
black
talking.
tongues to avoid thorns and ants. And
Do
shit.
they have black tongues?
black tongues,
I
yeah.
thought really.
Okay, so this is what the giraffe sounds like.
Nothing.
Which is
No, no.
Bro, how am I so good at this? Cow.
No.
Okay.
That's probably more accurate.
I'm going with the.
He got 2 attempts there, so he's disqualified.
Yeah,
Actually.
that's true. Fred wins this
Yeah,
round.
exactly. You've already fucked it.
This is the cow sound.
Where the fuck are you getting these cows? What?
Yeah, that was Fred. That was
Yeah,
Fred.
but where are you getting these sounds? Can I just ask?
It's YouTube, fam.
I don't know. I don't know how much I'd.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah.
What?
But.
What? No. But I've got a question. What do you
Alright.
think a human actually sounds like?
I think I was thinking about this the other
But
day.
what does a human sound? What?
'Cause not only, like it's the voice box composition, right? It's what a voice box vibration sound like.
Yeah.
So I don't know why is it different in
What-
every single human?
what-
Because every human has a different voice.
Well, I mean, some people are smokers and some people are joggies, but
yeah,
like,
yeah.
that I think that's a lie. But no, because I think there's a myth that every person who's born when they're a baby has like perfect vocals, so it's like a perfect singer and whatever. But over
Can't speak,
time,
though.
regardless of but this thing it can't speak, so it's not trying to. Well, it can cry. Babies make noises.
To be fair, are all baby cries the same?
They all give off they're not the same, but I would say they give off the same, because when a baby cries, it
Well, it's
obviously
just the
means-
pitch and the noise itself.
babies have different,
There's a human universal sound that babies make when they cry.
but I think that it's always going to be different.
I don't know enough about babies to be like, yes, baby sounds are different.
Yeah. I mean,
Is it still going? Oh, it stopped. Oh no, it didn't. I'm sorry, I was looking at the minutes. Anyway, yeah. So I think baby sounds. Is the pitch and the tone and the way they do it that makes it all exactly the same, but I don't know what the actual baby voices are different. I don't know.
well, I guess could you say, like, when it comes to accents, but that's all environmental, isn't though? That's because you learn language. You learn the language from your parents because that's what you're
Yeah,
experiencing.
but it's not about language. Language is the same. Language is different.
But
you
the
can have
sound,
same
but the
voice.
sound,
It's the sound that that emanates from your vocal cords is different with every person. Isn't it?
yeah, exactly. And but I think that's more environmental than.
Really?
I would say that's more
I
environmental.
would not. I mean, I'd say it's genetic, but I wouldn't say it's environmental
think
at
it's
all.
genetic only because. I mean, that's.
I
that's a
would
good-
not say it's environmental.
And it's also, it depends on
Yeah,
your
that's
tongue,
true.
on your mouth.
It depends.
Yeah.
The
So
language. But I think at base level, I think
well, I
if someone
can't.
from a different who spoke a different language spoke the same, like even regardless they grew up on the other side of the world, but they learned English and spoke English, their voice would be the same as if they were speaking that other language. Like, you say someone has a voice and you can hear their voice and you know what their voice sounds like. It's not the same as having a different language.
But do you know what your own voice sounds like? Then that's the thing. I
Not
think
particularly.
my yeah.
Oh, their personality changes.
Well, I mean, going to Germany and everyone just is angry, so it's like it's very interesting. So I can't say that. I can't say
like
that.
a quarter German.
Sorry. But it's just because I guess I can't roll my R's. I can't whistle. I can't do anything with my mouth like that.
It's because English people just stay soggy as fuck.
You're just Welsh, so you literally are rained on.
I'm literally
all the
the most
time.
English man.
I know you are.
But
It's impressive. It's just I think it depends on the environment more over
In what way,
time
though?
than anything else.
Over
Because-
time, yeah, I guess. But
Because the only way you learn your parents' language is by being exposed to it the whole time. I remember asking, like, when I was young, and I was like, how the fuck do you
Wait, are you
think, like,
talking
a-
about language, or are you talking about?
I'm talking about language, but the language brings a certain tone and sound and pitch to each thing. Like when you're speaking, like when you're speaking, you're creating notes. When you spec to spickety spick pig, but when you speak, you are creating notes. It's related. It's quite a musical thing. Well, in terms of how the Western world views music, but you can take a speech and just turn it into notes and stuff like that. Because we're
Yeah,
all
it's
speak at a
tonal,
certain.
yeah.
It's all tonal. So, and that comes from I would say environmental factors. I would say it's a different thing. And noises, I guess. I wonder how a cow got whatever noise. Why does a cow moo? Why does a sheep bar?
Well, I think it's all language. It's all a form of communication. It's not like the kind of alphabetic centric kind of view we have of language, but it's definitely a language. It's just that we have no idea. Yeah, it is. Every English language is based on language and like formation of words through letters.
What do you mean
But
every English language? There's only one English
Every
language.
human language. I'm a
Yeah,
racist,
exactly.
but deal with it.
No, I wouldn't say that.
But yeah, so I feel like every language on the planet has like letters to form a word, right? Yeah, that's true. But it's still with like.
Alright, well, Josh is about to say something very important.
Okay, so apparently around the world, different animals sound differently depending from what country they are in. So
Really?
a Greek rooster sounds like kuriki, but in France they sound like kurikuru. So it depends on the environment that they're in, which changes the sound of the animals.
So it is the. Is that how they write how they speak, or is that how they actually are?
Well, that's just because anime. Oh, that's anime, guys. It's a bad influence on the world. Yeah, it is environment.
Yeah, but I'm talking about like the pitch of voice.
Pitch of voice. That does depend on your development. I think when you're young, yes.
Well, I think
Pitch
because
of
that's the thing
voice.
though, because I don't think we'll know because your final voice is after puberty. That's when your voice drops.
But it's weird
So
whenever.
at that point, you've already been experienced to some form of environment, so you will never know.
So yeah, and also I think when you listen to your voice again, like when I listen to my voice, I think it sounds a lot more American. It's got that American-esque, like. I don't. It sounds more, but It's like.
I can hear that. I mean, it's the
It's the.
You say ass.
No, I say ass because my dad's from the Midlands and they say grass and stuff. They pronounce the A. Or when because. Yeah. No, the Midlands do exist.
It's like Narnia. It doesn't exist. Fred just bonked his head one day and imagined it.
And I can tell you they can find very interesting animals in the Midlands, i.e. a
The people
jungle
that
on the
live
street.
there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean...
Sorry, this is turned into shit on the Midlands. I'm sorry.
I mean, it's not really turned into animals, to be fair. But, I mean, we did...
Animals. Humans are animals.
But that's the thing. We're all animals, and everything makes some form of animalistic. Like we all have animalistic tendencies. Like
That's true.
the will. It's like the will to survive, or like the will to find food, or something like that. We all get hungry. Every animal on Earth gets hungry, and the fact is, and from my own viewpoints, how animals act purely in the survival of their species.
Yeah, that's why they just go around fucking. That's why they go.
Yeah, but they can't. But I know, like apparently the way the wolf has sex is like on top of the female wolf, obviously, but it's like scanning out for predators because they don't have sex for pleasure. It's purely based on reproduction and keeping the species alive. Whereas we,
Have you
that's a
fucked a
good
wolf,
point.
Fred?
Well, I think it's very difficult to tell. Josh, look it up, please. So,
how do you know that wolves don't have sex for pleasure?
yeah, that's the one.
Anyway, yeah.
Because
It's true. It's like we've always had theories
because
of
you
it.
can tell. You can tell when they're outside in the wild, they could be attacked by anything. When you're inside a bedroom, the only person you're going to be attacked by is your partner, and if you're in that situation, well, that's rough. But
Jesus Christ.
sorry, that was bad. But that was really bad.
We are, we are top predators, and that alters our perception.
Yeah, but
on the
that
world.
comes down to intelligence. That
Well, it comes down to the fact that
to-
realistically we don't have to. Well, it doesn't come down to it, but a huge byproduct is that we don't have to worry about literally, all our issues are like paying rent or, dealing with this person, dealing with that person. It's not foraging for fucking berries. For most of us, it's not. For a lot of people, it is like dealing with what next food they can eat. But it's more, instead of going out and killing an animal, it's more like, shit, I need to get a job, I need to earn more money, I need to stop paying this, that, and the other, and it's not.
which is
it's
where
not just like same issue,
that's
but
the
different
gap.
ways of viewing it.
That's
different ways of
yeah.
going about it. Just
I
for
mean,
one
it's
species.
similar. It's survival, isn't it? It's survival. It's like you hear those stories of people getting lost at sea
Mm.
for like. There was the story of this guy got lost at sea for like 76 days, and he was just living off his
How?
raft because he had because
How was he alive?
because his boat had those kind of those rafts or whatever they're called, those like survival mini boats that come with water purifiers and
Oh.
like fish and stuff like that.
That's
Eventually
crazy.
they run out as well, but like people do that, and it's you think because I watched this episode of this guy called the Survivor Man, right? He's like Les Collin or whatever, and he just got his team to chuck him out into the sea, and he had to survive for that long. But it's the loneliness, just sitting there, nothing around you. What do you do? Because I feel like that's possibly what a lot of animals, because like the way it's like how birds just try and get their chicks to fly. They have to go away and leave the nest. They have to do.
Yeah, but I think to be fair, I think you know, when you're like doing a sport, doing an activity, or in a fight or something, right?
Yeah.
All you think about in that moment is the moment. You don't worry about existential crisis or anything like that. It's not like I feel lonely right now. Even if you're like in the threat of danger, your mind is never on I'm lonely right now. Your mind is on this is the moment. I don't want to fucking die or get injured. And
But
that's
this-
what animals constantly go through.
Yeah, exactly.
So I don't think they worry about any of that. They don't worry about the
they
existential
don't worry
stuff
about that, but
'cause they're
that's
focusing on the
that's
minute.
what I'm trying to say. The fact is, whoever's chucked in that situation of life or death, you choose life because that is your normal animalistic tendency to choose.
Yeah, but I think humans we have like that guy on a raft alone, right? That guy probably like he had the knowledge to know how to survive, but also it meant that he had the knowledge for existential thought and pondering and fucking
this
like
is
getting
the-
really
this is the
fucked up
thing.
mentally.
Because we think we have that. We with our brains we've achieved that conscious level of being like, I may not want to be here right now. I could easily just stop it in one way or another.
The only animal that I know of, species that has the amount of suicide that we have is us. The only we fucked up ourselves so badly in our society in the way we view everything that the main reason we have for life to survive is dashed aside because people get so fucked up in their heads through everyone like
But
just
it's
through
was
anything.
influence.
That means they want to fucking end their only reason for existence biologically. It's fucking
Yeah.
it's insane. It's literally
And
insane.
we've reached this point where you can think like that. It's not about pure survival, which I mean is either good or bad. It's too difficult to really say, to be perfectly honest.
We got it's 48, so we can go push to an hour. I don't think. I mean, it's up to you. I don't mind.
Well, I don't care.
I'm already slurring my words.
Yeah, no, I mean, I don't give a shit. It's interesting. It is really
Yeah, let's keep
interesting
talking.
how, like, we can get to this point as a society and be so animalistic but so drawn away from. Because there's a big push to be civil and civilized, be part of a society.
Definitely.
But a large amount. But this most animals, like fish, stick together because it is safe.
Yeah.
It's safety in numbers.
Yeah, I mean, I know-
Penguins huddle together because they don't want to be cold.
I think that's one of the main, if not. I mean, I think the brain and our affinity for social beings with a brain. I think those are the two most important like biological processes that made us the top predator we are today. Because without that we wouldn't have anything. We'd be fighting each other, which we still are.
We still are,
But we formed this formation of mini societies. Can literally, if it's just one other person versus a mini society, they're fucked. So other people form mini societies, and then it kind of grows and grows and grows until it's the norm. So
but there's still consistent fight and war over resources. It's just there's a difference in resources.
it's because there's never going to be one big society that's
Exactly.
silly, and I think corruption is too inevitable for there to be one big society and then letting that run everything.
Well, there was a very interesting thought. Like, what happens if all the well, yeah, but this thing, how do all the fish react to other fish, other species? They're all fish. Sharks are fish. They eat.
Yeah, but I mean, to be fair, how do animals react to non-predators? Because I saw a video of a badger. He was walking along, and
A good old badger.
he was
Your
chilling, yeah.
face lighted
nah,
up.
it was. We were in this tunnel. There was this camera and this fox walked through the tunnel, and he walked through the tunnel and then turned back and waited for this badger to come, and the badger came over and was like, "Yo, what's up?" And then a fox and a badger walked down the tunnel.
Yeah, but this is the thing. There's many instances of different species working together.
Yeah,
It's
it's like
like
us
you-
and dogs.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's that strange affinity. Well, because they've been domesticated over
Yeah, but the original
thousands
wolves,
of years.
you know, they were wolves, but we fed them, so they came with us.
Yeah, exactly. Or it's like there's dolphins have been known to help people stranded at sea and fend off sharks. Like there's a strange affinity with animals and the need to protect. And there's care. There's care
I
and
think conscious beings when you are at that level. Cause
yeah,
I
but
think
we don't know if we're the only conscious beings, do
no,
we?
I mean, obviously,
How do you know like when a tree is cut, it's not screaming out in pain or
it
something
probably
like
is.
that?
I think trees, I genuinely think are like the wisest.
I mean,
and
that's-
most sacred beings on the planet.
I think that's definitely more of an artistic impression of it. But I mean, it's
I think that's true. They, trees and they're like some of the oldest living species on the planet. And not only that,
Yeah.
they've been there. Like the same tree could be there through generations of animals, and then also give its seeds out as well and spread life.
well, it's that thing with because there's the thing called like the climax community, and how different species and like you have bare rock, right? So there's primary succession, which is so you have bare rock, and then through the wind or whatever, some spores of like lichen or like moss, maybe not moss, forms on the rock, starts breaking it down. It dies itself. It decomposes. That attracts insects, and that level of soil begins to grow, and eventually, especially in this country, in the UK, so it keeps on growing in the soil content, and that attracts more creatures, different animals, bigger animals, more complex plants, until you reach the climax community, which is here, which is like the standard oak tree or something like that.
Yeah.
But when you reach that, it's like that's just the extent of how biodiverse or just diverse our climate becomes, because we've got a very stable climate for numerous amounts of creatures and ourselves. We're very lucky in this country, like the fact that we do have such stable conditions, to be fair, because you look at other places and they got massive tsunamis and tornadoes just walking down the street.
We are in do you know what the Ring of Fire is?
Yeah.
We're nowhere near the Ring of Fire. I think we are in one of the safest countries we've got our soil is lang as fuck. We got some peng soil.
He knows what
I swear to God.
good soil is.
I know some
especially
good
in
soil.
Upper
I
South.
love
He-
being a
he-
taste
No,
of
no,
some
he
good
can. He
soil.
sees that good soil. Now that is what he likes to plow.
But that was good. But yeah,
He's a very fertile man when it comes to soil.
that was too easy.
But
No,
the
but yeah,
plants. See,
we've
we
got some
could have.
good
We
area.
should have called this animals and plants because
No, well, how the fuck do we know we're gonna start talking about plants? You fucking biology bitch,
it's because I find it very interesting, and I hate to find it very
I
interesting.
find it interesting too. All right.
Interesting. I don't like it, but it.
All
it
right. I
is.
think now is the time where we may have to bring it down a little bit.
Bring it down a
We
little
might have to
bit.
get
Is
to the
it?
point. We might have to get to the bench time.
All right.
TM pending podcast. We got.
All right,
Where's the
well,
outro? We got to get an outro.
Well,
out.
the outro is.
What's the outro? Should I get my harmonica?
No. Animals are amazing, and they're all within us, and none of us can deny it. And what we take from them is very natural, and they're all beautiful things like us. I mean, well, I'm saying like us, we're all just animals at the end of the day.
You're chatting bare words, but it's true.
But it's true. It's true. We're all animals. I can shit bigger than you. I can't even speak bigger than you. That's the one. I'm a pirate. Oh no! Oh my god! I shit myself last night, and it felt real fucking good.
To be fair, if I was a pirate, I feel like shitting yourself would be really cool.
And I feel like
feel like
if
that
I
would
was
feel
if I
really
was
nice.
the parrot on your shoulder, I would kill myself right there.
Pirates didn't exist when pirates were around. Anyway. Anyway, that was the Fredding bench time ending song. So, Fred, do you have any last words?
Thank you very much for listening. Not that you're probably made it this far, but it's
Yeah, I did. If one person has made it this far, bro, I will literally come and eat you up personally.
No, I was like to my mum, you just don't listen to it.
Yeah, please. Oh God, if your mum listens, makes it to the end, and I just said that, that's so fucked. Anyway, if
Oh
you made
shit!
it to
I
the
walked
end,
into that, didn't I?
yeah.
You does.
I said it before. You said it.
Look,
Yeah,
I
you
wasn't
and Nick-
thinking that far ahead. Oh, I'm gonna give you head
Lord.
like a crow.
Make a crow noise, Fred.
Da.
Whoa, is there a crow here? Oh, it's just Fred. Alright, Fred, stop making shitty crow noises now. Alright, I think now is time. We must bid you adieu. And all I have to say about animals is they're cool. I could not beat many of them in fights, and genuinely, I think.
And apparently he's
Trees are
quite good at
better.
making good fucking
Alright,
animal noises.
I am actually.
He apparently is, but that's
My
pure
giraffe
bullshit.
was surprisingly good. I
Anyway,
did not expect that.
See you next week, so he
Alright,
doesn't make
see you
animal
next-
noises.
Next week.
Maybe not next
See
week.
you like
some point.
probably maybe again if we ever do this again.
Wee-haw.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.